Hi, I'm just going to cover now the topic of LNB for Sky dishes. You can see in front of me here, basically we have three different types of LNBs. We have a single LNB, which is a single output. We have a quad LNB, which is four outputs and is capable of feeding four boxes. 4 single inputs, or an octo LNB, which is 8 possible outputs on it. And then we have two categories basically along with that, which is we have the Mark III LNBs and the Mark IV LNBs. Now the Mark III's LNBs actually slot into a Sky dish, and the Mark IVs actually clip on. And the reason that there's two types is in June 2009, Sky actually changed the design of their satellite dishes to move away from the pushing ones to the snapping ones, and they're easily recognizable because they have little spirit levels on them, okay? So I'm just going to quickly give you an overview of how both would be inserted into a dish. Now, as a standard, it's only Mark IVs that are sold by the TV Trade website. If you wanted to buy a traditional or a new Mark IV LNB to work with an old dish, you would need to buy an additional product off our website, which is called a legacy LNB. Okay, now that's the case for both quad and octos, although we still do have a certain amount of single LNBs in stock, which you can simply specify, and you don't need to buy a legacy adapter for it. If I just show you the basic design of the Sky dish, on the back you can see the bracketry here, the elevation bracket, and those U-bolts you can see clearly are used to clamp the dish onto a bracket that is mounted on the wall. And on the front of the dish, at the centre of the circular dish, we have an LNB which picks up the signal and it runs the signal from the dish into the satellite box inside. So if you look at a traditional Zone 3 satellite dish, the insert simply slots in here, and then we shove the LNB in there, and then we use either an insert or a tie wrap to hold it in position. Okay. Now, for the new style Mark IV LNBs, just to show you how you would actually insert this, they're very, very easy to put on, but be warned, they're very difficult to take off. Okay. So what we do here is we simply come along and we get the LNB, we snap it down here, we push the end of it up to this plastic insert that's here, and then we just apply pressure down like this, and it simply snaps into position like that. And that's it. The LNB has been placed onto the thing. So it's exactly the same process. This is for the single LNB. It's exactly the same process for putting on a quad or an octo LNB. So these LNBs took a little bit while for people in the industry to get used to them, but I think in a lot of ways, particularly with the spirit level here, for the DI wires, makes it very, very easy to set up this LNB because you have a gauge. Obviously the idea is to have the bubble exactly in between the two marks, like traditional spirit level, how it operates. So that's it, a complete overview of LNBs for the Sky dishes.